Bucks look to take charge at BMO Harris Bradley Center. And we're bringing it to you live from Milwaukee, here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Looking at the last game for the Orlando Magic, it was a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Ibaka. Vonleh's out there with Porter. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Bellinelli in at the 2 spot. Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Ibaka, no luck. McCollum outside. Chandler a screen. McCollum kicks to Diallo. Here's Paul. The rebound by Ibaka.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Schroeder against Paul. Here's Porter. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And last season, Greg, you heard a lot of names brought up for most improved player in the league, and Otto Porter was one of them.
I mean, and I think for Porter, the change came when he just felt more comfortable from deep in terms of shooting. He always had a solid mid-range game, but now he looks comfortable from deep and has become one of the bigger threats we have in the league. And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness and the fearlessness there, Greg. I mean, very committed to getting the shot he wanted.
Now, here is Ibaka. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
And the wide open shot from Paul. Thomas, a screen on Schroeder. Back to Thomas. There's the pick. Tries again. And the rejection by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Fires from the corner. They get it back. Good. Nice play there from Vonleh.
Great effort. Terrific instincts. That's just solid all-around play, Kevin.
Paul kicks to Thomas. Back to Paul. Outside Thomas. He feeds it to Chandler. McCollum outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Ball again, Schroeder. Here's Porter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now here's Paul. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. Thomas, no good. Schroeder kicks to Bellinelli. To the wing on the left. Schroeder passes to Ibaka. Over McCollum. And it's Orlando with another.
Nice job exploiting that mismatch. Realized he had a smaller defender on him and went right to the mid-range jam.
Chandler is screen. McCollum with the screen on Schroeder. Passes to McCollum. Porter with the steal. And finished off by Porter.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Paul again, Schroeder. McCollum outside. Good, and Paul gets the assist. McCollum's got 5.
Boy, the floor awareness of Chris Paul. Gotta respect that. I mean, whenever one of his guys is open, he's getting the ball to him quickly and on time.
But they'll get another chance. Bellinelli. Can't hit from in close.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Diallo from about 19 feet. McCollum, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, Porter in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Thomas dishes the ball. Chandler with a screen for Paul. Shot off the screen. He makes that one drop. Only a second and 5 tries.
You know, one of the things that you notice about Chris Paul, Kevin, is that he uses screens exceedingly well.
Here's Schroeder. Here's Vonleh. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Diallo. Thomas a screen. The 3. It's rebounded by Vonleh. Vonleh's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's not shooting a high percentage right now, and part of the reason could be that his shot quality is poor, and he's just got to be a little smarter about his shots.
Okafor is checked in for Orlando. Lance Stevenson comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. And Clark, if you're a player on a cold streak, either in a game or over a couple games, does that tend to stay with you and get in your head?
You know, it's been so long since I played, Kevin. I would like to think that it didn't with me because the games came so fast. You're playing 3, 4, 5 times a week. You don't have time to loiter on a good game or bad game because the next one is on top of you. So I typically was able to get on to the next play within a game and to the next game after the prior game.
Now here's Stevenson. From deep. This ball grabs the miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Schroeder following the shot by Chris Paul. Chandler with the steal. And here comes Moore leading the fast break. Paul outside. Gets that one to drop. That's his 3rd field goal in 8 tries.
Love the burst to the hoop that Chris Paul has. If you're not on your toes, he will give you the blow-by and make you look bad.
Now here is Ibaka. Schroeder outside. And it's off from three-point range. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Boy, you take a look at Jason Kidd, and he's clearly one of those players that just has a mind for the game. Throughout his career, you saw how well he saw the court, felt the game, and how he created scoring chances for his teammates, and was also very heady at the defensive end. One of the very cerebral Hall of Fame players we've had in the history of the league.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Arthur comes in for Diallo, and it's Ntilikina in for Paul. Then for the Magic, Siakam is checked in for Ibaka. Taurean Prince comes in for Porter, and it's done in for Dennis Schroeder. And with Kidd, he was one of those players that when he got into coaching, you just said, of course, it makes too much sense given how much of an on-the-court leader he was.
Yeah, and you know what? You're exactly right. I felt the same way about Kidd. And when you play with some players, you just get that feeling with how they approach the game. And even in your role as a broadcaster, mine too, we get to talk to players and we get a feeling of whether they'll coach or not. Even in college, you could tell he was a special player with kind of a unique view of the game as well.
Chandler a screen. Here's Arthur, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Picked by Okafor. Done with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And, you know, I love Chris Dunn when he was in college. He was the 5th overall pick in 2016 from Providence. It hasn't been an easy start for him in his NBA career, but that happens sometimes. It takes a minute. He's had a hard time finding minutes, but he's a hard worker. He's a terrific kid. I think it's just a matter of continuing to grow and develop, trust the process, and this guy is going to be an impact player.
Moore outside. Pass to Chandler. Shoots from 8. Uses the glass to drop it in. Chandler's got his second basket of the night.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
And for Dunn, you saw flashes of what made him such a high pick at times, but overall the consistency, Clark, just wasn't there.
No, it was not, and he forced it a bit and struggled some, particularly on offense. I think it's something he'll work on and will get better at. He did show great defensive skills as a rookie, so that always will get you an opportunity to play, but he's going to have to be more consistent offensively to be the player I think he can be, which is on borderline all-star.
Here's Dunn, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Kicks it to Prince. From deep three-point range. Rebound, Milwaukee. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Chandler a screen. Here's Arthur. The shot misses. So Orlando will take it the other way. .1:15 left in the first quarter. And here's Prince outside. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
Here's Ntilikina. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Chandler with the screen on Stevenson. Moore with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Feeds it to Okafor. There's the pick. He dishes it to Prince. Pocket 6. Back to Okafor. It's stolen by Arthur. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Ntilikina. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Moore with the bucket.
He's been turned up this quarter, showing a lot of confidence and sinking a lot of his shots.
Dunn kicks to Prince. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Moore right side. 1 second left. And there are the Bucks with another bucket. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Bucks lead by 11. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. The Magic trail by 11. Ntilikina out there with Etuan Moore. Then it's Cody Zeller. Then it's Arthur. And it's Decker in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Drills the three-pointer.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Pick by Zeller. Moore outside. Now the pass to Zeller. Excellent D there from Okafor.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
Farrell kicks to Okafor. Over Zeller. And it's Okafor missing.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
This is to Moore. Now here's Decker. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Up off the screen. And the dunk by Zeller.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
It's deflected. Here's Ntilikina. Dish now to Decker. Pick by Zeller. Decker kicks to Moore. 6 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. That misses off the backboard. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to Indiana. And when you look at this Magic team with their talent, what should their identity be?
Well, I think it should be up-tempo, defensive-oriented. They've got really good athletes, and defending at a high level with that kind of athleticism is doable, and I think would lead to easier offense. And that's what I think they have to foundation themselves on.
Pass to Ntilikina. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. Releases from 15. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Zeller's got 4 this quarter.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Morrill kicks to Farrell. No good with the triple.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Pick by Zeller. Pass to Ntilikina. Unloads from 13. Decker passes to Zeller. Pick by Zeller. Arthur down low. Kick out to Moore. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. The feed to Zeller. They shoot again. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score.
I tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, his team still is in front.
Down low, and stolen by Zeller. Now the Bucks moving it up. Moore outside. Here's the screen. Pass to Ntilikina. No good from outside. Now a timeout called by Orlando. And the NBA has had coaches who are as legendary as any player. With that in mind, Clark, who is your pick as the greatest coach of all time?
Man, I can't even begin to have an answer for that one. There's some guys that jump out, though, when you think about that list, who would be on it. Greg Popovich for sure. Phil Jackson would have to be included on that list. Fred Auerbach. Chuck Daly for the way he was able to manage his players. Pat Riley, you'd have to consider him as part of being on somebody worthy of that list as well. And I'll even go back a little farther and throw Lenny Wilkins in the mix. I thought he was really good with a number of different teams that he coached.
Just 5 on the clock. Quarter outside. Arthur grabs the board. Bucks leading by 12. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Paul again, Schroeder. Decker kicks to Paul. Pick by Zeller. Down low. And the dunk by Zeller.
And it's extremely difficult trying to guard Paul in the screen and roll. Fantastic at making the right decision. A lethal passer.
Ibaka sets the pick for Vonleh. Offensive rebound.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so.
McCollum dishes to Arthur. Paul outside. Shoots over Schroeder. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got 9 points.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Good. Schroeder's got his second basket.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
McCollum passes to Arthur. Back to McCollum. Fires the three. Back to Paul. Zeller setting the pick for Paul. To the paint. And there's Zeller. That's good on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. Schroeder kicks to Vonleh. Here's the screen. Shoots off the screen. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Arthur sets the pick for Paul. Shoots over Schroeder. Paul can't get that one to fall. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Pacers in Indiana. Here's Ibaka. No good on the 3. On offense, here are the Bucks. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Pick by Zeller. McCollum outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 4 assists now tonight. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Good, nice play there from Vonleh. Vonleh's got 6. Milwaukee leading by 17. Paul outside. He kicks to Arthur. Over Vonleh. And it falls over the rim and in. Arthur's got his second bucket of the night.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Ibaka, this is to Schroeder. Inside. It's stolen by Arthur. They push it up 4 on 3. And here is Paul. He's got 9. Now Arthur. Shot clock at 6. There's the screen. Zeller setting the pick for Paul. And there are the Bucks with another bucket. Here's Schroeder. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Off the screen, and the shot goes in. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
Here's Paul. Paul can't get that one to fall. The Magic trail by 19. Schroeder outside. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and tell you what, they got very lucky.
And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
Ibaka with a screen on Paul. Schroeder kicks to Ibaka. There's the pick. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Orlando making some changes. Lance Stevenson's checked in for Vonleh. Bellinelli comes in for Anthony Morrow. And it's done in for Dennis Schroeder. Timeout called, the Bucks. Clark, when you were playing, what was your game day routine like?
Well, it was simple. I didn't complicate things, Kevin. I tried to get a good meal, was just beginning to learn how to eat properly and best for my body. And then I would always try to get an hour to 2 hour pregame nap. That goes all the way back to high school. I enjoy just getting off my feet. Sometimes I would fall asleep completely. Other times I would just kind of drift into a light sleep. But just having that routine of resting before games was part of how I got ready to try to serve the other guys up.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's Chandler high post. Here's Ntilikina. Orlando grabs the miss. And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. Stevenson with a clean look. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Not the burliest guy in the league, but Ibaka willing to sacrifice his body as a screener for the good of the offense.
Cullen passes to Thomas. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Thomas got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Porter. That one a little long.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Passes it to McCollum. Chandler a screen. McCollum no good. Bellinelli. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so... So it's Orlando now, trailing by 19. Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. We've got Otto Porter Jr. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Bellinelli. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Vonleh in at the 4.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through.
And that's an alley-oop that'll be loop to loop all day long on the highlight reel.
Diallo kicks to Chandler. Lock at 6. And a wide open look for McCollum. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. McCollum's got 10 points. The Magic trail by 19. Screen by Ibaka. Porter outside. The offensive rebound. Can't cash in from close range. Milwaukee's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Thomas a screen. To the middle. Porter with the steal. They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
You look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead.
He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Pass to McCollum. Chandler a screen. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
And, you know, the length of Ntilikina, man, takes long strides when he's driving inside to get past the defense. Fantastic stuff.
Schroeder outside. Puts it up from 17. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the inside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Okafor is checked in for Serge Ibaka. Timeout called the Bucks.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.